Hi, everyone. Thank you for joining us on 13 Now. It is Tuesday, August 1st, just after 2 p.m. here. I want to start with some breaking news. We have learned that former Bishop Howard Hubbard has gotten married. News Channel 13 has learned that Hubbard married a Capital Region woman last month in a civil ceremony. Hubbard, who turned 85 in October, applied to the Vatican last year to return to the lay state and be relieved of his priestly obligations. The Vatican denied his request and encouraged him to wait until civil lawsuits related to alleged sexual abuse against him had been resolved. Hubbard says he hopes to prove his innocence before a court of law. The Roman Catholic Diocese of Albany is responding to him getting married. They say they do not acknowledge his marriage as valid. Hubbard remains a retired bishop and therefore cannot get married. However, Hubbard also sent over a statement himself, and it says in part, "As I enter this new phase of my life as a retired private person, I humbly ask that the news media and others respect our privacy as a couple. My life on the public stage has come to an end." End quote. News Channel 13's Dan Levy is going to be covering the story for us, and he's going to have more on the story starting in our shows at live at 4, 5, and 6, and beyond that as well. So stay with us on air and online for updates on this story. Moving on to news that we broke yesterday at News Channel 13. Over in Troy, you may remember that story about police and animal control responding to a home of removing a number of cats, dozens at one point, up to 50 maybe at another point. Well, they're still removing some of those cats and kittens from the home. Animal control tells us it found several deceased animals inside of a home on Lincoln Avenue. And I want to bring in Taniqua Penix. Tia, you were there yesterday when this all kind of unfolded. And now you actually went to go see some of those cats that are still alive, but very bruised and battered and definitely need some medical attention. So what did they look like?
Well, that's right, Tessa. I was at the Mohawk Hudson Humane Society today. They right now have 20 of the cats that they removed from the home. And surprisingly, considering the situation, they actually looked pretty good and they were very social. Talking to the director, she tells me that one of the things they worry about in these hoarding situations is, are the cats, the kittens, are they going to be social? Are they fearful? A lot of them may not have had human contact with these cats. They were actually pretty social, moving around, playing, they were eating. So they seem to be doing well. But for the safety of the other animals in the shelter, they will be quarantined for about 2 weeks just to make sure that they're clear of any disease and that they don't spread anything to the shelter. The problem right now is housing all of them because 20 were removed yesterday, but they told me there's still possibly 70, still at the home. It's unclear for them to tell, but they're trapped in the ceilings, the walls. So they have several traps in the house right now to catch more of them. So this is going to be a process that takes several days.
Oh, I'm sure. And we just showed some of the video that we got yesterday when you and your photographer out there, when they were getting some of the little kittens out and some of the cats too. I mean, some of them from the video, they're little babies.
They're really tiny, but the ones we were with today, they're eating. And like I said, they seem to be well adjusted and enjoying their new space. And when you see them, we have video you'll see in our 4, 5, and 6. I mean, they're moving around, probably thankful to have the space. And in 2 weeks, hopefully they'll be ready for adoption.
We hope so. Well, Tia, thank you so much. Go work on your story, and you'll have that new video for us starting live at 4. Thank you. And we also have a 13 Investigate story for you. It's about a bottle redemption business in Queensbury. They say that nonprofits will lose significant funds if the Queensbury bottle redemption business does shut down. So we had Stella Porter go over there and she checked it out for us. And she also joins us now. And Stella, what was it like over there? What did they tell you about what could happen if they do have to shut down?
Well, Tessa, this is a critical source of income for many organizations in this area. We talked to MT Returnables. They're in Queensbury. This is like a family-owned business. They've had this business in their family for more than 20 years. And it's one of those places where you can go, you drop off your cans and your bottles. Anyone can drop stuff off and get that 5-cent deposit back that you pay in whenever you buy cans and bottles in New York State. So Many people use it as like a source of side income, and then local organizations like the Boy Scouts out of South Glens Falls use it as a major fundraising driver. So people will turn in their empty cans and bottles to the Boy Scouts, and then the Boy Scouts will go and collect all of those 5-cent deposits back. And actually, last year they were able to get $26,000 back and be able to fund trips fully for the Boy Scouts. So this is definitely an important something, that's part of the fabric of the community.
Yeah, and you might not think it. I mean, when our executive producer and our assistant news director were telling us this morning about your story when you were heading out to Queensbury, I didn't think that these bottle redemption services were that important to a community. Like you said, they fund some projects for them. They can go on field trips. I mean, it is a big deal that we don't even see.
Right. And so what's happening right now, and why we're covering this, is that it's a dire situation for many of these centers. There's around 1,000 of them around New York State. And right now they're just in a critical place where the handling fee that they make as those cans and bottles go through their center, it's been sitting at 3.5 cents since 2008. And
Wow.
that fee is set by the legislature. So there's been no legislation that's gone through to increase that fee. And so now obviously inflation and everything else has just contributed to this disastrous situation where many of these centers are about to close.
Yeah, interesting story there, Stella. So you go work on that story today, and we'll have that story starting live at 4.
Yes.
All
Thank you,
right.
Tessa.
Stella, thank you. All right, we have one more thing to get to. Of course, the all-important weather with Paul Cayano. And it's nice weather out. It's cool, it's breezy. It almost feels like fall, but it's sunny outside.
It's just gorgeous, Tessa. And if you're up early enough this morning, you got a little taste of autumn as temperatures were down in the 40s in the hills and mountains and lower 50s, even across the valley. So it was pleasant. And it seems like it's been since spring, right? Since we've had this kind of weather. And we've been kind of muggy and sticky for all of July, certainly wet, as we had the wettest July on record. Now, look outside in Saratoga Springs, just gorgeous. On the CDPHP first warning cam, some fair weather clouds out there at 74 degrees. You mentioned a bit of a breeze, adding to that nice feel. 75 in Albany officially, a lot of lower and mid-70s, but even some 60s still out there. Look at Johnstown at 68, Bennington 69. That's certainly more of an early September-like look to the temperature map here. First warning live Doppler radar is quiet. We do see a couple of isolated showers way up in the high peaks in Hamilton County and Essex County, but I think they'll wind up staying up there, if not diminishing altogether on approach. So I'm not too terribly concerned about any precipitation this afternoon as high pressure continues to dominate the weather picture. You see those scattered showers way up over the international border near Ottawa. So we'll keep track of that. But overall, it looks like any showers that do pop up, even in the hills and mountains, will wind up dissipating after sunset. Temperatures, meanwhile, mid-70s for a while longer, then we'll drop back like last night pretty quickly after sunset. So if you're going to be out late tonight, light jacket or sweater perhaps, as readings will be dropping through the 60s and into the 50s late at night. Notice skies will remain clear, and most of us waking up tomorrow, a little bit of dense fog in spots. Temperatures in the high 40s and low 50s again, only to enjoy another gorgeous day tomorrow with plenty of sunshine. Now, you mentioned at the end of the week, another system coming in. I think the first little effects by late Thursday with a passing shower or thunderstorm, but a better chance at more rain showers and storms on Friday. So we'll stay in the mid-70s today with the comfortable humidity, looking good tonight, comfortable sleeping weather, maybe another night when you can open up the windows. A little on the cool side, 52, 77 Wednesday, 81 Thursday. Things are looking nice as we head toward the weekend. Friday and Saturday, that next chance of rain, and we'll continue the chances for showers and thunderstorms early next week. Tessa.
So Reed and I were saying live at noon, if you don't go out today, you can go out tomorrow. You have 2 chances.
Right. And if you include yesterday, then you had 3 chances.
Yeah, you had 3
Maybe
chances.
you missed one, but you can't get that back. But certainly you can go 2 for 3 if you still do today and tomorrow.
Exactly. Well, Paul, thank you so much. And we'll see you later on in a newscast starting live at 4.
All right, Tessa. Thanks. See you then.
All right, and that does it for us on 13 Now here on this Tuesday, August 1st. It is 2:15 now. We hope you have a great rest of your day, and we hope you join us on News Channel 13 starting live at 4. We'll have all your coverage on more of the weather forecast, Stella's 13 Investigate stories about the bottle redemption service that could be going out of business, and it can affect a ton of local businesses, up to about 1,000, Stella said. And also another update on those cats from Taniqua Penix, and how they're doing right now, and how many more cats that need to be taken out of that home. Tia was saying about 70 still in that home in Lincoln Avenue in Troy. And then also that story about Bishop Howard Hubbard and how he got married, and what the diocese is saying there, and how they do not believe that his marriage is valid in the eyes of the church. So we'll have all that coming up on our shows for News Channel 13. Have a great day, everyone.